Well, and hello, everyone. Welcome to RigER webinar that we host on Thursdays. And we welcome everyone who is going to be joining us today for a new topic for the week and probably even for the month that we've called Efficient Wireline Operations with RigER. So it's hard to believe, but it's webinar number 112 and more to come. So still follow us as much as you can. And you'll learn more about things. Indeed, thank you very much for joining. I'm just getting some of the messages from our participants who are excited to learn about the latest addition to our configuration in RigER today. So there's two of us, myself as Nikolai and Eugene, who are going to be participating as well as moderating the session. And Eugene is going to be the key presenter today as a subject matter expert in the wireline business, and he will be talking about the solution itself and what we can offer to the wireline operators. Okay, so let's just move on into the key part of our presentation today. So Eugene, please do go ahead, take it away.
Excellent. Thank you, Nikolai. Hopefully everything working well in terms of the sound. So I'm going to move next to our conversation here about wireline operations and how RigER could help to manage that more effectively. And when we talk about wireline operations, I wanted to open this conversations with kind of looking at the wireline daily activities from the perspective of three major components that needs to be managed. And those components are people, your assets, and the information. So when you look at your people, your daily operational teams that you need to manage, you're always going to have your field crews, you will always have your operations managers and your controllers. Depending on the size of the company, you will also have your sales, your QHC managers, the dispatch. If you're a smaller company, then these roles could be distributed between fewer people. So managing those roles with the structured approach is really important. When we look at your assets, it's your wireline tools, your wireline units and trucks, depending what kind of operations you're on, whether it's onshore or offshore, your cables, your logging tools, mechanical tools, your perforation and explosives, radioactive materials, safety equipment, well pressure control equipment. All of these items, I'm sure anyone who's ever been related somehow to wireline operations will definitely see that these are important components of your asset that needs to be managed effectively as well. And when it comes to information, we'll look at, obviously managing your clients, locations, services and expertise, people certifications, safe operating procedures, your hazard analysis and HSE policies, equipment maintenance, your equipment certifications. All of those components needs to be properly addressed in order to run a smooth and deliver a great service to your clients on a daily basis. And so with that, for those who are not familiar with RigER, RigER is one of the operation systems or the softwares that will allow you to actually manage all of these moving parts together in a structured and a very efficient way. So when we talk about RigER itself, it was designed specifically for oilfield services. It has different components or different modules that designed to address parts of your operation depending on how your company is structured. So that would be your oilfield services, your rental equipment, if you have that, sales, purchases, finance, manufacturing. When I look at manufacturing, the first thing that comes to my mind in relation to wireline is your gun shop. Again, depending on the size of your operations, I know gun shop manufacturing could be fairly enhanced, and so managing inventories, your assembly lists, inspections, all of that stuff, RigER could help you to do very effectively. RigER is integrated with major industrial solutions out there, depending on what you use for the different parts of your business. That means your PO approvals, data exchange, sales invoices, It actually also allows you to do a full digital signature suite. So with programs like PandaDoc or DocuSign, your sales taxes, data import, export, all of those solutions that typically are used by industry and clients on a daily basis for managing their operations. When it comes to mobile apps, RigER has a few of them, and mainly the key purpose of the mobile app is to cover two things. Number one is it works online and offline, so it will provide you the ability to actually update your information in your field tickets, your GSAs in offline mode when the internet connection is missing. And then also digital signatures. So any tickets, any documents can be signed with the convenience of your own phone, which is really, really nice to have, especially in these days when everybody's using smartphones on a daily basis. So when we look at the wireline operations, kind of going back to my previous slide on overall wireline outlet, we have in RigER, we have different operational roles at overall flow of your information from the sales activity to the final invoice. We have pieces of the RigER that addresses specifically sales and account managers, allows them create jobs, based on different price books, job technical planning, location planning, crew planning, all of that stuff. Dispatch will have ability to assign crews and units based on the availability, considering the expertise, and schedule those jobs properly. Field engineers will definitely have ability to manage all their paperwork accordingly. So from field tickets, your vehicle inspections, job safety analysis, to customer satisfaction reports and invoices, and we'll talk a little bit about that on a few slides later. QHSE manager, mainly again quality control, your customer satisfaction monitoring and the KPIs, and equipment maintenance. For operations manager roles, we have various KPIs to look at, but the most important one obviously is the revenue. To understand where you're at, it will allow you to understand not only current situation, but also compare this and effortlessly to analyze it in comparison to the previous years. And the last one is controller. When all this information is properly stored in the system, it is really effortless for the accountants or the controllers to actually export all this data into the accountant software that your company use. That again, we believe that with this wireline feature in RigER, we not only structured but effortlessly able to address all your daily operations in one place. So when we talk about features, we're looking at 6 ones. That's the ones that we actually identified as a part of this webinar. And Nikolai, feel free to dive into any of those features a little bit more if I miss anything. But I really am excited to talk about the first one, which is efficient dispatch. Because again, I've done some of the wireline jobs myself, and I know that scheduling could be quite a bit of challenging task for, especially if you have more than a few units in your shop.
Indeed. So, indeed, Eugene, I just wanted to add real quick here that we do understand the pains. We've talked to a number of the wireline companies, and efficiently scheduling the jobs is very important. And that's why we created this specific configuration for you guys that are listening to us today there in the wireline operations business. We know your challenges, and we hope that this solution is going to help you. So just go ahead and listen into the key things that we hope are going to be solved through the wireline configuration of RigER. So here we go.
That's right. So the number one feature that I wanted to talk to you about is the dispatch dashboard. It really allows you to understand your planning situation and job scheduling in one place. As you can see on the slide, you can see all your units or trucks, depending whether you're onshore or offshore. There's statuses in terms of the maintenance. So if there are any inspections that are outdated or just about to expire, your unit number will be highlighted in red. Same goes for your license plate. If it is about to expire, and I know in the very fast-paced environment, especially here in North America, it could be easily missed. So to make sure that it's not, again, if it's about to expire or expired, you will see it in red. So we'll give you a sign to investigate and understand what's exactly is missing. Another important feature for Wireline is the cable length for each unit. It was, again, specifically designed for Wireline Operations to address the very rare situations when you may have deployed the wrong unit with the wrong length of cable to the client. And that's not to mention that it's a major reputation challenge. It also a lot of lost time for both your operation and the client as well. And so to avoid that, to be able to deploy the right unit to the right location with enough cable to actually cover the services, that feature also is very helpful for dispatch. When it comes to actual dispatching, in this dashboard, you will be able to click on the specific date and the unit and see in details which jobs this unit's been assigned to, which clients, which locations, the mileage, all of that information will to you just in a matter of one click. What kind of services, which crew, and again, depending on where you're at, if we're talking North America, there could be a few locations or a few wells a day. And so having that information in just a matter of one click and available to you right in there is very crucial. With that, I'm going to move to the next feature, which is expertise availability. And another very important component of any job scheduling is to make sure that you actually assign proper personnel and expertise to the specific job. With the data that RigER collects on a daily basis about your operations, we can also analyze it and pull different segments of it to help you with understanding, again, where you're at. And that goes specifically for the field engineers, understanding, their records, how many services, what kind of services they're on. And that is all available in expertise dashboard. So it can be analyzed by, field engineer, which services are run, how many, what's the percentage, by company, sales engineer, client, revenue, location. All of that information can be analyzed in just a matter of, basically opening the dashboard. Another great feature is a real-time revenue. That is more targeted to help operations management understand their current situation, analyze it in comparison to the previous years, and help better prepare for the upcoming months and years, and plan their operations accordingly. Again, it's a very strong analytical tool that gives you ability to understand your revenue breakdown, not only during the specific period of time, but also breakdowns in terms of services, which are key major clients, and all of that information is just available in one little dashboard. Another great feature that again was thought about when it comes to Wireline is one-click job packages. This was designed in consideration of the field personnel that spends a lot of time in the field doing actual services. And as much as the paperwork is a very important component of that daily routine, it takes a lot of time sometimes to combine those packages together and make sure everything is properly documented. And so when it comes to the job packages, we've actually added the feature that allows you in literally one click to combine all those documents together, such as your vehicle inspections, your job safety analysis, job summary, your customer satisfaction reports, field tickets and invoices in one PDF document, which looks something like this here. Again, it just one PDF file that helps not only yourself, but also your management and sometimes your client to understand, what was done on the job, how it was delivered, was there any lost time, and some reasons for any technical challenges, stuff like that, documented all together and provided in one report in one file, one package.
And I just wanted to add here is that in many cases, we know that it takes days and sometimes up to a week or even more in many cases to compile this package. So imagine how much time you would save if you just by a click of a button generate a report that would have taken a number of man hours and just time spent on generating it. So there you go, efficiency right there.
That's right. Thank you, Nikolai, for that. Again, I know that paperwork is important, and that I think this is a very, very useful and helpful feature for the field guys out there who's doing the jobs and managing all these moving parts on a daily basis. And the last feature that I wanted to mention here for today's conversation, specifically for Wireline, is that as I look at the flow of the information and all those moving parts together, RigER connects all of these components in all-in-one secure system that again manages not only structured operational processes together, but also allows you to pull that data, analyze it properly, and keep the record of it for the years to come. And this is very important for your operational planning and operational growth. So the question, can we implement RigER and essentially get it up and running for your operations? Depending on the size, of course, it could be different, but based on our experience, we can get it up and running in 2 weeks. And that means everything from quick pre-implementation conversation, looking at your current processes, preparing all the data for data import to the RigER database, customization, which means we're going to configure the RigER just specifically for you. Training, onboarding, support, all of that stuff can be done within 2 weeks. And get you on the road to your operational efficiency and success. To recap, the key benefits of the Wireline configuration in RigER is that it connects sales, dispatch, field, and management, and it's an important component of any operations management. Keeps all operational records in one secure system, streamlines job preparation and planning. It runs units, crews, and equipment dispatching all together, and manages expertise availability, and most importantly, saves operational time.
And as well, time is money.
That's right. That's right. So with that, I'm going to kind of pass microphone back to Nikolai.
Yep.
Hopefully we'll have a few questions to answer.
And indeed.
But, yes, I'm very, very excited that, again, we do have that configuration now available, because I really believe it will save a lot of headache to any wireline operation out there.
And not only the headache, I think the idea is just to make sure that you guys are making more money and wasting less of the time. So thank you very much again, Eugene, for explaining all the benefits of the system and showcasing some of the features and capabilities of it. Rather, we have a few questions, and if you are online and listening actively, because the way I'm saying is that the recording of it will be available to those who haven't been able to join us today. But if you're with us today, so feel free to share your questions, or ask your questions rather, right here through the control panel. There's a button, Q&A. And you can just type it up and we'll be able to answer it. And in the meantime, I have from our ongoing participants. I see a couple of questions already, so I'll start answering them while you guys are typing yours, if you have any, of course. So the first question is this solution available offline and online? So I think that the question comes from a person with the knowledge of the specifics of how the wireline operations run. So, and Eugene, just take it away. So what do you think? Is it available online or offline?
Yes, we do have desktop solution, and we have mobile app, and so combination of those two will definitely give you access to both modes, to both types of operations. Sorry. Yeah. So basically, for the desktop, it is currently a cloud solution. And for the offline, we have a mobile app that works both offline and online. Yeah. And this covers sort of both
perfect
types of scenarios. Yes.
Yeah, it looks like in many cases you have to have the capability to work offline, and by default, RigER has been designed to be able to deliver that capability out of the gates using our mobile application.
All right. That's right. And the main thing is, again, I know that a lot of people are still using their paper signatures. And so the reason why we do have the mobile app available with offline version as well is that you actually can change the operational practices and start signing your documents electronically, which in this day and age is really easy to do.
Okay, yeah, I agree. And indeed, thank you very much. So there's another question, and it's very specific though. Will it work for our gun shop? Well, I hope it's not just any gun, it's just a specific wireline gun shop. So go ahead, Eugene.
That's right. Well, for manufacturing of any perforation devices, I know for, let's say, if we're talking guns specifically, I know it's a process. Depending on the size of your operations, it could be fairly complex. And so to address all the moving parts within that manufacturing process, definitely RigER could be a great solution for that.
Perfect. Yes, indeed. And I think on one of the slides, we showed that RigER fits the bill both for the oilfield services and oilfield services with manufacturing shops. So I think this is where you derive the most benefit of having all-in-one solution, where every aspect of the operations, from manufacturing items to deploying them and providing them as a service, you can manage out of the same system. So basically, you have a full picture of your operations out of one solution. All right. So, and I have one more question that I wanted to ask, and I think it's very specific, and I can take it. It's how much? What is the price of this new configuration of RigER? That's a great question. And I think I have a simple answer. It's an affordable solution that you will enjoy, and it's not going to break, and you don't have to break the bank then for that. It really depends on the size of the organization. So our pricing module is based off of the concurrent user licenses. So basically you pay by the seats, and the mobile application that we have actually is very affordable as far as on a monthly rate charges go. So depending on number of people that you're expecting to be plugging into the system, it can cost you from a few $100s a month to upwards maybe of up to 1,000, depending again on the size of the organization. So to know the details and to get a detailed quote, please do reach out to us through the contact information right here, and we'll be able to both show it in action, so that is the wireline configuration, and actually walk you through a job with all the little steps that you might want to be interested to learning how to run the system, as well as we'll be able to put together a quote for your size of an organization, and then you'll be able to make a decision. So we're available anytime via website, via email, or via phone call. So we're just literally a click away.
Excellent. Thank you, Nikolai.
All right. So let me just see if I have any other questions. So there's a question. So is your wireline software currently being used in the United States? And the answer is yes. It is being used by some of the clients of ours, and we'll be happy to share with you some of the stories of how they're being used and what the experience of these users is. So again, like I said, feel free to reach out and engage with us in a conversation. We're a very easygoing organization and happy to help any client of ours, and a prospect client as well. All right. So I think I don't have any more questions for now. And I think we've just come to almost 30 minutes, which was the goal for us to finish it all off sooner because we know that everybody is busy. So we appreciate your time. If you have any questions or want to book a demo, again, like I said, feel free to reach out and schedule it ASAP. So we're here to help at any moment in time.